Welcome into the Slobberknocker Sports Podcast, episode 117. We lost count a long time ago. We're here today. We've got two special guests. Vex back on the show as always. Thank you for being here.
Glad to be back.
Glad to have you. Phil Coelho here as well. Both from, it's Vex and the Unrestricted, or the Unrestricted with Vex and question marks now, right?
Yes.
That's the show. Okay. I was pretty sure that was it. But
Vex
Phil
has
is the
changed
normal
his name to
normal
podcast.
co-host. Okay.
Phil is the full-time co-host.
So he's the full-time co-host, but we haven't actually replaced question marks with Phil's name yet. Okay, got it. Okay.
It's still up in the air. I think we're going to do a poll next week.
If you can say or not, he's going to ask the people.
Yeah, I like that.
He needs a nickname.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about, and y'all figured it out, but then you were drunk and then you lost it, and then you got to get drunk again to find it back.
Oh, that's
Yes.
actually a hilarious
This is
story.
what we're doing.
You actually
That's actually the goal of this
We did.
podcast.
We came up
That
with
sounds
it
with
his wife there.
Yeah.
And the three of us were so lit, and we were like, yes,
That's it. We got it.
And
No one had
none
it
of us
back
woke
then.
up the next
Wow.
day and could remember what the fuck it was.
Not at all.
That's actually really, really funny.
Well, hopefully we find some inspiration here. Let's talk about pretty much the only thing I think we're going to talk about, right? We could talk about some golf later, and if y'all want to do NHL playoffs, whatever. But we're going to talk about the NBA Finals, right? We had Game 1 last night. I think we all, at least when we did our pod on y'all's show, thought the Spurs were going to take Game 1. I know at least Phil and I did. I don't remember if you said they were going to win Game 1, but I know y'all picked the Knicks in 6. I picked the Spurs in 7. I didn't think it was going to be easy, but I did not think we were going to lose Game 1. I guess let's just start with initial thoughts from what we saw last night, and we'll go from there.
I mean, for the most part of that game, we controlled it, right? I mean, we had a lead, gave it up. They came out and shot the ball well early on. We weren't hitting a lot. Then Champagne goes on a run there of knocking down some shots for us. And we get to it. We get a lead, at the end of 1. And you're like, wow, that first quarter could have gone sideways. And we answered their first punch really well and had a lead. And then we took that in the halftime as well and extended in the third. And you're like, all right, could be a comfortable win for us. And then all of a sudden we just get stagnant on offense and act like we don't know what we're doing.
So let me give you some background. So Phil and I were at the game.
That's right. Y'all did go to the NBA.
Oh, y'all were at Game 1. Okay.
We were seated next to each other, and there were two massively annoying Knicks fans.
Oh,
behind
God,
us.
that sucks.
And Phil talked shit to him all night long.
Love that.
All
Love
night.
that. You got to.
I mean, in the eye.
I fucking love it.
He was actually telling him, "That's in your eye hole."
It was great. Champagne was hidden. I mean, you gotta let them know.
And these two kids did not know ball. Champagne's spotted up in the corner shooting wide open threes, and they're going, "Hell no!" And I'm like,
Hey,
"Do you know who the fuck that is?"
Best 3-point shooter.
So he made 5 of them. We get out of the first half, and I looked over at Phil, and I said to the Knicks guys so that they could hear it, "We haven't even played well yet."
Yeah,
right?
we didn't play well.
We didn't play well at all.
We didn't play well the whole game, really.
We never got in a groove.
Yeah.
And multiple times when the lead would get to 11, 12, 13, even 14, you kept waiting for the Spurs to get that number up to 16, 18, 21.
Right.
And we never could get over that hump. There was a possession in the third where we had 3 offensive rebounds and 4 shots, and none of them went in. And that was, I think we were up 12 or 13 at that point. And you have that chance to split it open, and you don't. And I was worried the whole time because Brunson had been really not himself.
Yeah.
Even before the injury, he was shooting it poorly. And coming out of halftime, he didn't look great. And it was like, okay, but they're hanging around. And if in this series, if it's going to be a 1-possession game in the last 3 minutes, that's advantage Knicks.
Right.
The edge is for sure with Brunson, just like it was if we were playing close with OKC.
Right.
Shea was that guy. And now it's Brunson. If we get in a close ball game, they're going to Brunson.
Yeah.
And they did late, and they went on what was it, 13-0 run?
And what's funny too is if you watch kind of the last 5-6 minutes, they got up 8, and he actually missed 3 shots in a row.
Good.
And we took the lead. This is what I can't get over. We had a 1-point lead with as poorly as we played. Wemby was just awful, right? Shooting the ball at least. Offensively, he had 6 turnovers. Fox was 3 for 13. I mean, I think I looked. I think we had one guy shoot over 40% from the field and over 25% from 3, and it was Champagne, and he didn't make a shot the whole second half. He didn't make one shot in the second half. So we played so poorly. And yet we have the lead by 1 with, I think it was like just under 2 minutes to play. And they missed a shot. Anunoby missed a shot, and it was an offensive rebound that got kicked out to Brunson for a 3. And that shot, I knew right away. I was like, that's it. Like, it's over. We're not cut this because now we're down 2. We had a score. We had made this really tough run where it felt like when we were down 8 with like 5 to go, I really didn't feel like we were coming back, and we did.
Yes.
And then I was like, okay, if we get a stop here, we might actually win. And that was like a dagger in our heart.
And you guys are much more basketball guys than me in general. I'm pretty well versed in all other sports, but can anybody here explain to me why De'Aaron Fox, 3 of 13, struggled? I get it. He's gutting out an ankle injury, whatever. You can say he's leaving his heart and soul out on the court, whatever. Don't want him fucking shooting the ball late in the game. Why is Dylan Harper not playing in the fucking floor?
I mean, that was my biggest. That was
What
my
are we
biggest.
doing?
No, that was my biggest
What
qualm.
are we fucking doing?
I'll let y'all go on this.
I mean, like I said, I'm a basketball simpleton, if you will. I'm sitting there going, he's been our best player all night.
He was our best player last night. Without him, where were we in the first quarter when we were down 14-7? He comes in, Spurs a 9-0 run, right? He was the most efficient player on the floor. I know he didn't shoot it well from 3. That was about the only thing he didn't do well. He had 8 rebounds, right? He was attacking the basket, and he comes out with 5 minutes to go. And I'm like, is he getting a 1 minute blow? That's what I was like, that has to be, right? And he never came back in. What in the fuck are we doing?
But I saw his dad today, Ron Harper, and all I had to say to him was, they never should have taken your son out of the game.
No shit.
He needed every minute that he could in that game. And look, I mean, I think we've buried the lead on this. This game comes down to our best player and our coach.
Yep.
Our best player was fucking awful.
He was horrible.
And it is hard to say that about a guy who finished with the stat line that he did. But that was the worst game I've watched Wemby play maybe in this calendar year. It was terrible.
6 for 21, 2 of 9 from 3. Only looked half decent because he was 12 of 13 from the free throw line.
And then the second half of that is, why isn't Mitch coaching him into making the correct moves?
Right.
Because what Victor was doing on offense was frustrating to all of us, hanging out 23 feet from the basket where you are ineffective at your height at getting offensive rebounds, right? Which is a major skill of his,
right?
But you can't get him from 23 feet. No. Settling for really hard shots against Cat, not putting it on the floor and trying to get to the rack against Cat to try to get him in foul trouble. And then at the other end, and this mystifies me, and this goes to Mitch, why is Wemby trying to chest up on Cat at the three-point line? I mean, Wemby never chests anybody up, nor should he, because he doesn't have to. All he has to do is be in his vicinity, right?
And do 3 feet away.
I mean,
exactly.
4 feet behind.
You know why I think that was a coaching decision? Because Luke Cornett did the same thing.
Yeah,
and he got blown by multiple times by Cat.
Right.
So both of them did it, and that's why I was like, this is like a conscious decision. Like, we don't want to give up a 3. He didn't make any 3s last night.
Well, I mean, Karl Anthony Towns is not the kind of 3-point shooter that's trying to bust it in your eye, like off of jab steps.
Yes,
like he's going to be a catch and shoot. If
right.
you've closed out on him, back off, put your hand up, and make him put the ball on the floor.
We're guarding him like he was Brunson, right? Like he was going to jab and pull back and shoot. And it was like, what are we doing? And we got blown by. There was a couple of big times. There was one that Cornett did in the run where we were still up like 8, I think late third, and he got blown by and it was an and one. Like there was a couple really important drives. Cat looked like one of the best players on the floor last night, and we made him look that way.
So Mitch, this is on Mitch and Vic, okay?
It is.
And it's hard in a series against a team that I feel like is at least the Spurs equal, or very close. It's hard to give away a game like that on your home floor right out of the gate and still win the series.
It totally is. Do y'all think, does your prediction change? I know you guys each said Knicks in 6. Do you think it's shorter now?
No. I predicted the Knicks to get 1 or 2 here. I kind of felt like it would be game 1.
Yeah, no, I still think it's 6. I think, Spurs will bounce back, shoot the ball a little better in game 2. And then, everyone says New York is the toughest place to play. I mean, it's the Mecca, but bro, everybody that's gone in there wants to do well. Like Jordan,
right?
Bird, Magic, they all want to show out. And Vic, Reggie. I mean, Vic wants to go there and try and put up 60.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows that. And so I think we need it from Fox. I mean, Fox has to have some accountability here. This isn't
so true.
all Wemby. I know he's our number one and Mitch too, but our number two has been non-existent this entire playoffs. So was I shocked to see him not do well this game? No, because that's been Fox all playoffs.
He's playing hurt. He has not been anywhere close to good. Like I said, I credit him for trying to gut it out, I guess, but I mean, I don't know if and I don't anyway. I don't know. I'm not to say we're better off with McLaughlin out there, but
No.
Fox I mean, obviously, but I'm saying Fox
Harper.
could. Yes, no shit. And Fox could shoot a little bit less, too. Yeah. The guy is fucking letting threes fly like he's Steph Curry.
Okay.
And I'm like, dude, you haven't made a shot in a fucking month. Quit shooting the fucking ball.
Early in the game, I think he took 3 threes in the first 5 minutes and missed all 3 of them.
Well, like
they were wide open too. They weren't like contested off.
No, they weren't. They weren't. But they were wide open. But he just hasn't made shots. And then the one that like is frustrating, but it can't because it's the right shot. This is after they go up 2. I've got it up here. Oh, yeah. I mean, can you ask for a better shot from him? I mean, it's uncontested. That's like his spot, right? I mean, you have 90%. To make, but you have to make that. Like, you're paid $52 million. You've played poorly all game. And credit to him. We talked about it on y'all's pod in Game 7 when we needed him in the second quarter. He stepped up and he hit big shots. And in this game, he did not. And like that's series changing. It's a totally different game if he makes that shot and it's a tie game with 1:30 to go. It just felt like once they hit the 3 and Fox missed this easy shot that normally goes in, the air was just completely out of the building.
You played point guard. I played point guard. I turned to Phil after he missed that and I said, I'd never miss that shot.
I wouldn't either. I would never.
Like, I'm 49. I'm not missing a 9-foot pull-up jump shot.
He never missed that shot at the Concord, man.
Never. Exactly.
Never.
Exactly.
And the JCC.
JCC.
It's this sequence that really doomed the Spurs.
Can I ask you too, as you're talking about this, what did you think? Why we hadn't done this all night long? We hadn't done this all night long. And we go into even the shot before this. He wasn't scoring on ISOs the last 5 minutes. He had missed three shots in a row, and the one he made was a kick out off an offensive rebound. Yeah. Why did we do this out of nowhere?
I honestly, Dylan, I had no problem with it, but you can't foul.
You can't foul
in this situation. He's in the middle of the floor.
I agree.
Fox who fouled him?
It's Fox.
And
Jesus
it's
Christ.
a terrible, terrible foul. And then the next part of the sequence is Wemby dribbling it off his own.
Correct.
And it's the Fox miss, the terrible Fox foul, and then Victor off his foot. Yeah. That was just a death net.
And then I've got one other thing too, and it's nitpicking, right? But this is what I'm frustrated with looking at Mitch Johnson as a coach, and I get it. He's inexperienced. But in this situation, we're down 6. Are we going to lose? More than likely, right? But there's 37.8 seconds to go here. The only way you have a shot is if you hit a 3 and you have to hit it in like 7 seconds or less.
We have 2
timeouts. Why are we not calling one here? And I'm screaming it at the TV. What are we doing? Because we waste 4 seconds getting the ball up the floor. We don't take a shot till 30 seconds. I just don't. Right. You just say, and I just don't understand like why. Like, and it's little things like that I've noticed throughout the year, and that's why I said, and I was like, I hope I'm wrong, but I think we have to be. And this is why I think you guys might be right that the Knicks are going to win this series. I think we have to be like 10, 15% better than the teams we're playing to get through 4 straight series with this coaching staff. And I'm not, and I'm just, that was my take. And that might be hating, but I just think we're at a disadvantage. Mike Brown is out-coached us last night.
Now,
come on, man. And I went back and watched every fucking play of this today, as brutal as it was. We go, it's what we've done kind of all year in all playoffs. We fucking don't run anything on offense. It's one action at a time. It's like one off-ball screen or one ball screen. And if you watch the Knicks, they run so many more actions, which surprised me because they haven't traditionally done that. And we're having to switch and guard and talk. And they don't have to do that on defense because we just set one action.
For whatever reason, I felt like our defense wasn't our problem last night. The Wemby and Cornette strategy of pushing up on Cat aside,
needs to be changed.
I thought the rest
totally
of the
agree.
Defense was like a solid A-.
I agree. I can agree with that. Yeah. Yeah.
And like Brunson in his fourth quarter ISO stuff, like he had some tough shots.
The last one was like, okay, fine,
it's his night.
Fine, sure. Yeah.
So like it's an A- on defense-ish for the Spurs.
Sure.
And it's like a C offensively. Mm-hmm. And you're right. the lack of creativity, the lack of sets. You go back to Game 7, Phil, against OKC, and maybe for the first time all series, the Spurs went through a stretch where they went 4 down to Wemby on the left block for three straight possessions.
Yep.
And he got fouled shooting 2 jump shots on face-up. It was brilliant. It was like, oh my God, we've like the resurrection of 4 down.
Yeah.
Like, who knew? Where are those touches for Vic?
Right.
Where are the touches at the nail, which we've figured out at about Christmas time was the best place for him to catch the ball?
Yep.
Those were not there last night. It was all outside. And I'm going to keep going here. I'm sorry. What is wrong with Victor's energy levels?
Okay, that is so true. And I'm curious your thought, Phil and Turner, too, because I don't get it. We were kind of talking on the phone before the podcast a little bit. And this happened in the OKC series. And so, like, when I saw it the first time, I'm like, I just don't buy that he gets disinterested. Like, his mentality to me, I don't buy it, right? So it's not that. So it's either a mental fatigue or a physical fatigue. But why I don't understand why physical fatigue doesn't necessarily make sense is he plays a significant amount of minutes in these games, but then, like, when this happens, he tends to bounce back and be completely fine the next game. It would make sense if, like, okay, he's just worn down, back-to-back games, but that's not happened. It's like when he has these bad... or like these games where he looks like he's just not there, then he bounces back. I don't know what it is.
I mean, it could be emotionally just drained from.
Yeah.
We might, like I said, like we might have put Thunder on this pedestal. It's like this is our championship and not really the NBA Finals. And so you get through them, and maybe he's emotionally drained. But I think it's physical too, because during this season he never went in stretches and playing 42 minutes a game, 41 minutes. So his body's not used to it. He was on a minutes restriction for most of the season. They let him loose, obviously, later on, but it wasn't loose enough to where it's this. He doesn't know. His body's not conditioned for this.
He's grabbing his knees in the first quarter.
Yeah.
He's 7'5".
Right.
No, I know. We're aware of this.
Playing 40. I mean, it's like,
but that's the thing. He played 38. He's not playing 42, 43.
But he played a lot of minutes of series before. I think ultimately it's both mental and physical. But I do crack up in a sense when people are like, "What's going on?" It's like the guy's 7'5". I get he's a young kid. I get all that. My big thing, too, and I was going to ask both y'all, and we can talk more about Wemby, too. Why is the 6th man of the year, Keldon Johnson, playing 8 fucking minutes a game?
I mean, he hasn't had a good
matchup issue. Like, I mean, I'm asking you guys, because you're basketball guys, why is he only playing 8 minutes? Not to mention, he's the heart and soul of the fucking team, too. Him and Wemby, obviously.
Gotta
but it's
produce.
Like,
gotta produce.
I get it. I get it, but I'm just saying, I mean... Yeah.
The only reason I would say
Harrison Barnes 12 minutes.
Okay, see, that's the only thing.
Expect that to change.
See, okay, right? See, that's my only issue with it is when you look at it and you see Carter. I give you Carter Bryant 4 minutes, okay, right? But Harrison Barnes 12 minutes to Keldon 8 doesn't make sense, especially when you watch the minutes. Yeah. He's not a threat to shoot the ball. He's just as much of a liability one-on-one as a defender as Champagnie. Yep. And he's not really that good of a rebounder. So, like, at least Keldon will rebound, right? Now, I do agree. I will say this. Harrison Barnes won't take, and we had a buddy of mine, Ryan Walsh, was over there last night. It's like, he was saying, like, Harrison Barnes just does nothing, but he won't negatively affect you offensively, but he's not going to give you anything. Keldon sometimes just, like, thinks he like, I'm the 6th man of the year. I'm going to go. And it's like, we don't need you to go one-on-one because you can't against this team, right?
Do you want a game manager like Harrison Barnes? Or, do you want the Jameis Winston? Where
that's a great.
He could throw you a touchdown pass, but he's going to throw an interception.
That's a very good analogy. I like that. I like that.
That's Turner's boy, by the way.
Fucking famous Jameis. Guns.
He's going to
live by the sword, die by the sword.
But I do think it brings up a little bit of a problem for us because I was like saying something last night, like, why is Harrison Barnes in? And I'm emotional during the games. And Ryan, my buddy, who's much more logical, goes, "Who the fuck do you want in? You don't want Carter in. You don't want Harrison Barnes in." It's like, I'm like, well, you make a good point. Like, we don't really. Who do we put in?
We are a guy short.
We are
2 guys short.
We are.
And look, it makes sense because we're also like a year or 2 years ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
Now, Spurs had their chances at the deadline. They had trade opportunities and they didn't take them. So we are who we are. And obviously, it's good enough to get to the NBA Finals. So it's you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater there. Yeah. But you can tell in matchups like this against the Knicks, I heard people coming into the series saying we were deeper than the Knicks. Oh, no.
No.
Au contraire. It's not close.
It's
the
not
Knicks
close.
are much deeper than we are. Alvarado hurt us last night and will continue to.
Alvarado's a solid player coming off the bench. I told
Shamit killed us.
Everybody that I've talked to that just whether they don't know basketball, and like I said, compared to y'all, I'm a basketball simpleton, but everybody you talk to that, and some of the people who actually watch sports are like, well, yeah, whoever wins the West is winning. I'm like, I think the Knicks have a winning record against us in the regular season. Yeah. You know, they're a pretty good basketball team, and they're a deep basketball team. And it's like, I just, everybody thought this was a foregone conclusion. I'm like, this is not even close.
I didn't think it was a foregone conclusion. I did think if we got through the Thunder, we would beat the Knicks, but I also was assuming if we got through the Thunder fully healthy, and they weren't fully healthy. So there's the caveat there, right? Like they were 2 guys short, and A.J. Mitchell was much more important than initially thought. So it was 2 very, very important guys to that team that we got through. So it's just not that it's not impressive. It very much is. This early, it's super impressive. It's just not like, okay, if we can get through Shea and Jay Will and Thunder, who are defending champs, and have to win with them having home court advantage, then we'll obviously get through whoever comes out of the East. Not necessarily, because we didn't beat them at full strength. And Phil brought that point up when we were on the podcast last time.
Yeah, it's like, I think anybody else coming out of the East, I think we get a Detroit come through, or we get a, even a semi-healthy Boston. I think we match up better there.
I would have rather played Boston for sure.
Yeah, I mean, or Cleveland wins that series. I mean, who knows? But like, I just think we are just, like Vex said, we're 1 or 2 guys short, and that's okay. But we do have to realize, where we are, and we are relying on a rookie, guys, to like be our next man up because our max money guy is not performing. Like, what other team in NBA history going in the finals is like, yeah, man. Hey, Rook. We need you to get 25 tonight because
Magic Johnson on the Lakers in like 1982.
And guess what? We should have relied on him more. Should have relied on him. For
we should have. I mean,
probably would have won the fucking game.
I think if he plays the end of the game, there's a good argument that we win. I mean, he was that good. He was that they could not stop him when he decided I'm going to the rim. There wasn't a person on the floor could guard him.
The only shots he missed were threes. I think he was 0 for 4 from 3, and he was 6 for 11, whatever.
I think you're right. No,
he missed
one. He missed one. He was 6 of 7 from 2, and he was 1 of 4 from 3.
6 of 7. I mean,
it's more than just the scoring with Harper too.
Rebounding.
It's the boards.
Yes,
and he has a preternatural sense for where the ball is coming out. He's a great offensive starter where he'll just get one dribble of penetration, swing it really quick, and start the offense. I mean, he is just a great basketball player all around, and like the comparisons that like I made of him to James Harden when he was at Rutgers and coming out, I feel guilty about now because there's only one thing about his game that really resembles James Harden's, and it's the fact that he can get to the rim and that he's stylish and lefty and crafty around the rim. The rest of it is the antithesis of James Harden. It's because he guards.
He rebounds.
Boards, he does everything.
Yep. And James Harden does nothing.
Yes, I mean, so it's so weird that Harper has this one Harden-esque quality, and the rest of it is the opposite, the complete opposite. But I've got to reel this back to Wemby and his energy really quick because look, he reminds me of my 10-year-old son who's ADD as fuck. Right? Like he is expending so much energy in hype. Right? Like you get to the games early, I'm sure you guys do, and you watch him working out hard, banging with his coaches. I mean, he is one of the guys that goes the hardest I've ever seen in warmups.
Yeah.
Him and Kobe.
Yeah. It's like that. And I'm sure he borrowed that from Kobe, right? I mean, he does study the game like that. But he burns so much energy. And like in the first quarter, he's gassed and he is playing too fast the entire game. I just want to tell him, like my 10-year-old son, chill out.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Go slower. He does play. I was telling Dylan on one possession with I think it was 2 minutes to go. We went up 2, and he had just gotten fouled and shot free throws. And he runs down there 6 seconds in the shot clock and tries to draw another foul. And it's like, you're not going to get that call in the NBA Finals, dude. He ran down there and tried to draw it on Towns and did flailed his arms and missed it. I mean, wouldn't have been close on the shot.
And I think that was a good point because rewatching, there was a couple of those where our youth showed because Castle did the same thing on one late, and it was Josh Hart was straight up the whole time. He's just flailing his arms trying to get a call. It's like you're never getting that in the fourth quarter of the NBA Finals. Yep. And it's like that did actually hurt us. The inexperience there did actually show up a little bit. Like I think it was a little overplayed by the media, but I think it actually did kind of come to fruition a little bit.
I've said this a lot, and it bears repeating. This is the dumbest this Spurs group is ever going to be.
Yeah, it's a great point.
Right? Yeah. They're only going to get smarter.
Yep.
And they're awfully intelligent for young players as it is right now. But like those sort of silly mistakes by Victor and by Castle, they're not going to be making those in 3 years.
Yeah.
And the league is in trouble. But in this series, as you know, just putting the spotlight on these two teams, you are talking about an experienced group of NBA grown-ass men against a group of NBA babies.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, the biggest contributor on our team last night was 26 years old, right? Yeah. Taking Fox out of the equation because he sucked, right? I mean, and Vassell's our 26-year-old. He wasn't very good.
He was not very good. He was not good at all.
Champagne's 26. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, we're neophytes.
Yeah.
And it showed.
Do you think the moment in the second half, what was Champagne drinking at halftime, or was it too big of a moment for him in the second half?
He didn't hit the rim.
Dude, I told Dylan that after like his fourth miss, I go, dude, I swear to God, if you run it back, he may have grazed the rim on one of his shots. Like, he did not hit the rim. Like, I mean, and a couple of them were like okay looks. Didn't even graze the rim.
It was one of the most polar opposite.
Yeah, I can't recall a polar opposite where it's like just making everything and then just like not touching the rim in the second half.
He is very Danny Green.
Yeah. He is Danny Green.
He is. And it's weird because his stroke is unbreakable. I mean, the form is fantastic.
It's perfect.
So I can't figure out why these wild swings.
It's almost like it's mental or something. You know, it's weird.
That's why I mean, it was just
first go around, right? You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they say experience hasn't mattered for us because we got here, but it does. I mean, these guys are.
Yep.
They're energetic. I mean, it's the NBA Finals, so like Wemby too. It's like, man, he wants to show out, and like maybe it's too much energy, and it's like, okay, we just need to settle down, relax, get through it, and maybe game 2 they do, but I just looked a little like, you know, happy feet.
Yeah,
down there,
no, it did.
I think you'll see Wemby score 40 something in game 2 and be fine. He's always bounced back.
He does bounce back.
I think the moment it's the NBA Finals, it's at Knicks, it's at home. You know, it's like this is your first Finals. It's just all the way to that, all the mental. I think he's going to bounce back.
What?
I know you guys are Knicks in 6. I think I
don't want to be Knicks.
I'm sticking.
Oh, shut up, Vex, with your fucking futures ticket.
Well, we're gonna get to that in a second.
Son of a bitch. We'll get there in a second. But and like I said, I don't know basketball near as well as you guys do. But if they don't win in 6, we're gonna win in 7. I think we'll win game 7 at home.
I actually do agree with that.
That's why beat us in 6. I think
that's why I said Spurs in 7. Right. I do think if it gets to 7, that we'll win. I think Wemby is the best player in the world in one game.
And even like I told you last...
He can be.
He can't. Right. And again, I could say that and we could go game 7. He could not show up and then we lose, right?
And listen, the Thunder were missing 2 guys. I'm assuming we played them, but I told
But
Dylan,
a lot of other guys stepped up.
Correct. And I told Dylan when we were doing the last podcast like 10 days ago, I was like, I think the Spurs are ultimately going to win in 7 because the Thunder are going to get the whistle in game 5. We're going to get the whistle and win in game 6. And the NBA, not to say it's rigged, I'm not going that route, but the whistle was going to be neutral in 7. And I think we're the way we match up against the Thunder and how Wemby Chet is a nobody when he's playing against Wemby. He does absolutely nothing. I always thought we were going to win that game with a neutral whistle.
Did you pick
7.
us in this series
7.
or no? No, in this series.
Yeah. I think we'd win. I think I said 7.
Okay.
Too.
So let's talk about the referees.
Yeah.
I have no complaints about the way that game was officiated.
No, it was officiated great.
Everybody I've talked to.
And Dylan, trust me, Dylan would be threatening to kill somebody in the first quarter if the officials are bad.
Look,
he's threatening lives.
Officials have no souls.
Yeah.
We know this, okay? There's a constant struggle between me and officials. I always lose. But I will say, I thought about this today. I don't have any issues with how it was called last night. I really don't. There wasn't like a single one that I'm like, that's a bad call. Like it was called pretty fucking fairly.
It really was. And if they keep that up, I think it's good for the Spurs.
It is good for the
I
Spurs.
think it was favorable actually to the Spurs. Like, I mean, Wemby getting the line that many times.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those you could have been like, those are kind of fringe calls that are just superstar calls, and he's going to get those. But I got to say it. I mean, Scott Foster is now 10-0 when reffing a Knicks game against the spread. The Knicks are 10-0.
Is that right? No shit.
Action Sports tweeted it out yesterday before the game.
It's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it because the Spurs shot way more free throws than the Knicks did last night, right? I mean,
there was no fix.
At least Wemby did. No,
yeah, at least Wemby did
to that game.
No.
But if it's officiated like that going forward, and I hope
we shot 7 more
because I think it was good to watch.
It was.
They didn't fall for the flopping for the most part. I mean, Brunson does his stuff, but whatever. It's not egregious.
They actually ate the whistle a couple times with Brunson's flops.
They did,
and I was like, I'm so glad they didn't call that. So when Castle didn't get the flop, I'm like, okay, it's fair. You're not calling it either way. I'm cool with that.
And you know what's so funny about it too is like I think you could almost watch this game and make a case for. These NBA officials are actually pretty good. It's the rigging of the other.
Will you shut the fuck up? Shut the fuck up, Turner.
Good. No. I'm saying when they
fuck you.
They don't have it. Listen, I agree with you that most of them don't have souls, especially Scott Foster. But when they want to be good and they want to call the game normal, they can be. And they in this case, like. I mean, obviously, they would have had LA in here, but if you can't you get the international superstar in Wemby, and you're going to get, I think, a good neutral whistle this whole.
Well, I think legitimately it does to them. It doesn't really matter who wins this series. It's like it's kind of good for them either way. The Knicks win or Wemby gets his first title, right?
Make sure the Knicks got here rather than the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then everything's rainbows, lollipops, and good times. It's no big deal for the league now. Whatever happens.
Okay. So what do the Spurs have to do to actually win Game 2 and win this series after what we saw Game 1? Like, are we having to make adjustments? Do we just have to make more shots? Like, what is the path for them? Do we need coaching adjustments?
I mean, I think we talked about it earlier. It's like you've got to fix the rotation with Cat. You're overplaying or overhedging his 3-point ability. He can shoot. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying leave him open at all. Like, but we need to adjust where. I mean, both our bigs are getting blown by. Like, and that should not happen. Like, Cat is more athletic a little bit than Wemby because he's smaller, so he can get around him a little bit. But you cannot let him get straight line drives just on one dribble around you because then we have no rim protection because Wemby's guarding him, right? So,
and that happened a lot too. Beyond just the straight line drives, I felt like, and we talked about this on y'all's show where you thought that Wemby would start on Josh Hart, and we didn't do that. We started him on Cat. And what happened is, in addition to not having him as a rim protector, is even when his guy didn't shoot, but Wemby was pulled away from the rim, they hurt us on the boards because he was nowhere near the rim. That happened multiple times.
Because their wings and guards are big, they attack the glass a lot. I think we won the rebounding battle, but
second chance points they killed us.
23 second chance points. Yep. I mean, that's more than the game there, man. That's crazy.
I would expect the Spurs to mix up matchups. Victor on Cat majority of the time, but also going to Victor on Hart for longer stretches than they did in Game 1. There was a stretch of the third quarter where the Spurs went on an 8-0 run and Victor was guarding Hart.
Yeah.
I expect to see a little bit more of that. Hart might have had the best game I've ever seen a guy have that only had 3 points.
Yeah, he's incredible on the boards and assists and steals. He was everywhere.
He was amazing.
Talk about a guy that knows his role, right?
No kidding.
Yeah.
It's refreshing to see.
He's their Draymond Green.
He is their Draymond Green. That's exactly right. Yeah.
He's a very good player. I expect that adjustment to happen. I think the Spurs will probably get Wemby the ball at the nail a lot more often, elbows or nail, somewhere around the free throw line. And I would expect the Spurs to use that 4-5 screen and roll that you see them run where they kind of like a horn.
It's a horn set. Yeah. And it was successful. And we went away from it down the stretch of this game and didn't run that.
We didn't run anything.
Yeah. I mean, didn't run anything. So it's
we never run much.
We got a drive, we got a paint touch and a kick out, and we were getting open looks out of that action, which we run a flare for Vassell, and then we run the horn set, and then
Not a lot else.
Mitch doesn't have much else.
No, he doesn't. That's literally all we fucking run. We have a double ball screen up top, like a double drag.
Yeah.
That's like the only other action I can think of.
So 3 actions.
Right, that we actually run consistently, right? There's nothing else we run. And here's my one thing, and I wrote notes down on this too, because I used to do this as a coach. And look, I coach fucking high school basketball, right? I coach very, not high level. But look, what I used to do with a guy who wasn't that good of a big in high school basketball is I'd throw him the fucking ball in the post as a decoy, and I would run actions off of it. If you watch us play, when Wemby catches the ball anywhere near the block, nobody cuts, nobody screens away, nobody does fucking anything.
Stand and watch.
Stand and watch. And he is the biggest advantage you could possibly have. When he touches the ball near the basket, all 10 eyes on the other team are on him. And if you could, all you have to do.
God damn it. Be a professional.
Sorry.
Fuck's sake.
You were in a roll there.
Leave
I was on a good roll there. No, but all you have to do is run a few actions off of it. It's not even that difficult. It's not that complex. Run Pop's old little, hammer action on the backside. Run a flare screen. Run an entry and a screen away. Have a backside cut. Something. I watched 5 different plays where he touches the ball and no one moves. And it's like, hey, go ahead, Wemby. But he's not that type of guy to do that every possession anyway. So use him, use what you have, use your strengths and advantages. And in advantages, he draws a lot of attention.
Yes.
And we don't utilize that at all. And that is why, and I probably go too far into coaching because I think the NBA is mostly talent and players. But in these type of scenarios, in these type of series, where matchups are important and you are having to generate some sort of offense, especially when we're stagnant. Look how stagnant we were for stretches, right? You have to have something you can go to, and we don't. And that's where I'm worried, like, there's no adjustment for that. We're not going to all of a sudden start running sets, right? Yeah. Like, it's just, this is a year away, and I don't know if we ever will with this staff. I don't know. But that worries me a little bit.
I feel you. I would also expect Castle to get a lot more aggressive. Was it me, or was he passing up decent looks in this game, especially in the
rim? He's at the rim.
Yeah.
And he settled for threes a lot in the second half. How many did he take? He took one for five. Yeah. I mean, they weren't great looks either.
I would think that they're going to bring the whip out on Castle. Like, dude, you're the reason, part of the big reason we got here. And it's not from you being meek.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he's an aggressive player. Go after him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Harper really is our best finisher at the rim right now.
Right.
Like, Castle, he can finish at the rim hard, and like, the dunk over Hartenstein, like, he can go and embody anybody on that floor, but sometimes he just gets passive at the rim and also playing under the rim finishing. And I'm like, dude, if you just elevate over Josh Hart, over Brunson, over whoever's guarding you, there's no rim protection there. Cat's not getting up there with you. Maybe Mitchell Robinson, but in that action, you're getting him away from the basket anyways. Finish at the rim, like at the rim, not under the rim.
That's a great point.
You watch him; he's finishing slow step, trying to draw a foul, and finishing under the rim, not at the rim.
Like slow Euro sometimes. Like that, you're so right. That is so. And Harper doesn't do that. He reaches it right.
Like he does the slow Euro, and it kills his elevation.
Yes,
and like Castle is bouncy AF.
He's Russell Westbrook incarnate. That's what we're talking about.
Go off at 2 feet.
Go dunk on somebody like you can every time. And then you don't have to flop. You can get the call every time when you go to the rim like that.
But Castle used to do that, right? His rookie year, he was like, I mean, if he wasn't on the floor every time he went to the rack, it was.
That's a good, he was.
Rising.
But I don't know if it's like coaching has told him, hey, don't destroy your body like a Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade early was always attacking the rim, and like later in his career, he just settled for jumpers and was really good at mid range. But Castle's not there yet. So it's like, man, you need to attack. Like, you have to go up there with the trees and finish around them, through them, whatever. But this under the rim, slow Euro, waiting for the defense to overhelp, you're not going to get calls because you're not a superstar yet. You're really good. Like, I appreciate everything you do for the Spurs. You're not a superstar yet. So you won't get the Shea calls. You won't get the Brunson calls. You need to understand you've got to finish through contact. And Harper does that better than anybody on our team.
Yes, he does.
If Fox isn't going to be the guy to go get those buckets, then Castle needs to be.
And Fox is clearly not going to be that guy.
I was about to say the same thing. Like, this series, he will not be.
I hope it's just the injury because I love him. I really do. I hate that he's playing so poorly.
He's hobbling all over the
place when you see him. I think it's the injury. I wanted to also mention this too on that same topic. Do you think it's a problem? And I mean, I think it is, but we shot 7 more threes than the Knicks. and they beat us by 8 points in the paint. Like, are we taking too many threes in addition to the fact that we're not going all the way and reaching it?
Wemby is. And the fact that we haven't figured out yet.
Yeah.
How to throw him the ball inside at 7'5".
Wemby taking 9 threes in a game where he's cold doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like 3 games per series against our 3 previous opponents, you get to see a game like this from Wemby, and we just keep banging. Again, and he is my 10-year-old son.
Right.
Like I've told you 1,000 times, don't settle for threes when you're not feeling it. And he keeps doing it.
And you know who's not telling him not to do that? Mitch Johnson.
Oh, no. And we said that.
You do whatever the fuck you want, buddy.
Should have gotten Mike Malone.
Old poor Greg Popovich, he had a stroke. I guarantee you after the game told him, hey, quit shooting so many fucking threes. You're 7'5".
He would have pulled his ass.
Yeah, he would have.
Third miss.
Quit
he would have.
Yeah.
And the other half of that is, De'Aaron Fox. Like, what would Chris Paul do? WWCP. What would Chris Paul do? He'd scream at him.
Yeah.
Get in the post or I'm not giving you the ball.
I'm not passing you the ball. Get your ass in the
What would Avery Johnson do? Right? Like 5-0. Go to the block. 5-0.
Hey, that's a good I like that impression. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Under no
7 out of 10
does a veteran point guard just keep feeding the guy who is settling for a crummy shot.
Yeah.
But this team does.
And that's a point guard with Fox. Anyway, we beat up on Fox a lot. I get it.
He deserves it.
He deserves it. But just, dude, listen, come out, and if you miss your first 3 shots, take wide open layups, and that's fucking it. Pass the fucking ball.
I've got Fox having a 30-point game in this series.
Okay.
Really?
Has he had one all playoffs? I don't think
so. I
think it's been 25 or 26.
I think he had some.
If he replaces his ankle,
his best game was Portland game 4. He had 28.
Yeah.
Okay. Portland game 4.
There's going to be a Fox moment.
We need it. Series. I mean, we need it to survive in this series. And like, I just think with the Wemby 3-point shooting, I think we're playing the Las Vegas, Vegas aspects. Like, man, we've hit it before. That number's come up before, so I'm gonna, press it again until it hits.
Yep.
Right? It's everything's showing red, but I'm gonna go black. It's just like that. You're just waiting for that jackpot to hit, and it's like, man, we need to go inside because when we extended that run against the Thunder, that 20-0 run in Game 6, like that was literally attacking the basket. I told you, I looked at the stats. It was not one 3-pointer on a 20-0 run in the NBA. In this league, going on a 20-0 run without a 3-point shot
it's unheard of.
Is insane.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been done like that. I don't know.
That's a good point.
That's Powerball numbers right there. Yeah.
So that we need to attack the basket more. They don't have that special of a rim protector. I mean, Mitchell Robinson is at times, but he's not Rudy Gobert. He's obviously not Wemby.
And he only played 13 minutes.
Right. Because his hand.
Yeah.
So I haven't changed my mind. I think this is going to be a competitive and long series. But because T called me out earlier, I have to tell you that, and this is, I just got to come clean. So I'm a diehard, lifelong Spurs fan.
Yeah.
I love this team.
Here we go. Yeah.
I love this team.
I know how this goes.
After Game 4 against the Thunder, I was like, you know what? I think this is New York's championship to win. I think the Knicks are never going to be this close to getting an NBA championship in the coming years. It's been 43 years since they last won one. The league needs New York to get a championship.
Yep.
This New York team is on a roll, and they are good. They don't need the refs to cheat for them to win an NBA title. No. They're good. They're experienced. They have the parts. And I was like, you know what? OKC's banged up. The Spurs are not playing well. The odds are really good for the New York Knicks to win it all, plus 225. I was like, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I went large.
Yeah. You gave me a call, and I reaffirmed your suspicion.
You were the 2 people I called. The only 2 people I called.
I feel good about that, actually.
Yeah.
And you both went, yeah, I see what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God you didn't call me. I would have said, how much are you putting down? Yeah, double it. Just fucking do it. Dude.
Double.
Yeah, don't be an idiot. Yeah, you're on it.
I'm the one who was like, Stuart, I'm doubling it.
I'm doubling it. Fuck it. They both told me yes. I'm all in.
But I never saw this coming. where I was going to have to root against my own
You thought it was me, the Thunder.
team.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be the Thunder, and I was going to be able to root against the Thunder, who I already hate.
Right.
And the Knicks can just make me money, and I'd be thrilled. But now I am really in a bind because I want to root for the Spurs, and I need to find a hedge against my bet at, plus 2.25. Because I'd want to root for my team.
And I think Dylan's right. What he brought it up earlier.
What I said is this. Initially, I was like, just hedge it right now because you can get them at plus 120. Get the Spurs at plus 120. Yeah. So you can have basically a free bet at I won't say the number, but a large number, right? Free bet. But then I thought about the logic of it, and the number being Spurs plus 110 right now is cooked in to like the Spurs being like a 70 to 73% like implied odds to win game 2, which means the odds probably don't shift that much, right? Like we were saying, maybe minus 120, minus 130 would shock me, right? But I think it depends how.
If the Spurs win game 2.
If the Spurs win game 2, but if they lose game 2, then it flips to like the Spurs are like plus. I said like plus 300 to 400 because you lose. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm curious because they lost both games on their home floor.
What would you think it would go to if the Spurs lost game 2?
Is it a blowout game 2 or we lost on a buzzer beater? Like
let's say we lose like just the same way we lose game 1. It's a close game, but they pull it out in the end.
I mean, Knicks obviously going to be favored by, I think similar to what the Spurs were favored, 4.5, 5 at home. I don't think they go -8, -9.
But what would the series odds?
That's what we're talking about. The series. We're talking about the series odds.
I was thinking game odds. Like your best bet on a hedge would be Spurs losing game 2. Then you go to New York and getting them in game 3 and game 4 at plus 200, 250 per game.
Yeah.
Where you don't have to do the whole hedge, but like a soft hedge of like 20% of the value.
This is going to make my brain
I know.
bleed.
There's a lot to think about. I mean, I don't think you need to do anything drastic. I think you can go a light hedge game 2 because the Spurs, I like them there. But I think your better value is game 3 and game 4, knowing that the Spurs are likely going to be underdogs and getting them at plus money in both games.
So where Dylan and I wound up coming out on this is that you wait for after game.
I think you wait for after game 2.
100%. Yeah, because it's not going to change that much.
Yes. If the Spurs win, it'll be maybe a minus 110 for the Spurs on the series.
Yeah.
And if they lose, they go to like plus 300.
Yeah.
Plus 500.
Yeah. I think it's at least plus 300. Just think about it. You lose both games at home. To me, I think I see plus 400.
I think if the Spurs lose game 2, they're plus 350. Maybe 4.
I think it's
maybe
4. Both. It's the fact that you lose both on your home floor. Yeah. Now you have to win 2 games in New York, and you're playing the next 2 in New York. Even if you split those 2, which you're going to be a dog in both games, it's 3-1, which one team has ever come back from, right? So odds wise, right. Yeah, exactly. Right. And it's like what's the odds of at that point, like how much respect does Wemby get down 0-2? I just don't see it being worse than, I think plus 300 be your worst number. And if the Knicks blow them out, it'd be plus 500, right? And now you're, like you said, you're betting like a fifth of your bet to get it back for free, and you're not really giving up much. And if the Spurs somehow miraculously come back, at least you break
7.
even,
yeah,
right?
Go to 7 and win.
Right.
And
if it got to game 7 at that point, knowing you're even or this number, you could even bet the Spurs in that game at that point,
or double down and hammer. There's also that option. I don't know why we're talking about hedging. I double down. Like
take a reverse mortgage out. Take a reverse mortgage out on your home. Maybe 2 of them, and just go on the next. Fuck it.
All of these options just make it worse for me as a Spurs fan, and all I want to do is root for my team.
I feel so sorry for you guys. You're a lying sack of shit.
Well, if you want to root for your team,
down, he's like, okay. Well, how can I?
How am I spending my money?
Yeah,
you could. Yeah, if you really want to root for your team, you could just take the amount that you would win now on the Knicks and bet it on the Spurs at plus 120. And now you can't lose, and you only make money if the Spurs win. And then you get to root for the Spurs, but you'd make a lot less at that point. Yeah.
He's got no interest in that.
I just bring it up. If you're really a true Spurs fan, you hammer all of it on the Spurs at plus 120.
He's a Knicks sympathizer at this point. He's like, we're going to win titles later on. I'll take my money now. Is what's going through Vex's head. I can promise you.
I almost wish I hadn't made the bet.
No. I wish I had your ticket, to be honest.
That's a lie.
I would hedge.
Can I buy 10%?
Yeah, right. I'll buy you out for I'll buy
out 120%.
All right. Let's do game 2 predictions. All right, Uncle T.
Spurs by Spurs homer. Got my Spurs goggles on, as Sean Elliott likes to say. Spurs by 15. Fuck the city of New York and fuck the Knicks.
Fuck the Knicks.
Yeah, get that online.
I was chanting that in the bathroom.
Because they were starting "Let's Go Knicks" chants. I was like, "Fuck the Knicks, fuck the Knicks."
Right.
Phil?
I mean, it's got to be Spurs here. What is the line currently?
6. It opened 6. Yep.
Open to 6.
Yeah.
Wow. I think it's a closer game than that. I don't think the Knicks played that well. But
Neither team played well.
The thing is, I don't trust the Knicks.
We were worse.
I've watched them play basketball, and I'm like, yes, they're playing good basketball in the playoffs, but I know the Knicks. They go stagnant sometimes on offense, and they can get blown out by 30.
Yeah.
You are so right.
That's why I didn't trust my, the bet that I wanted to do. I was like, if this was any other team in the East that I actually knew and trusted, I would make that bet all day long. But I just don't trust the Knicks. But so game 2, it's Spurs. I think it's close. I think we win by 8.
Yeah, Mike Brown is really hard to trust.
Yeah.
And watching these Knicks, they go through spells where they just play ISO basketball.
Yes.
And the Spurs did show that in a way the Knicks were not ready for the Spurs athleticism. The speed of the young Spurs on the glass was really impressive in building the leads that they did get. I think we're going to see more of that, and I don't think the Knicks have the resolve to win this game 2 in San Antonio. I don't think they have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it may be a little like, hey, we got what we wanted, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was kind of, the Thunder's deal. It's like, okay, they got game 3 against us or whatever. It's like, well, we can kind of coast.
Yeah.
We stole one. We're good. We got it back to, home court advantage, and we're good. They may have that mentality. I mean, I think we're coming out with a vengeance. Obviously, Wemby is, and everybody. I just want to make sure that we're emotionally ready for hey, we can't expend all of our energy trying to get this game. We need it. It's a must win. I get it, but we need to play better basketball and knock down a few shots. And Fox has to play good. There's no way around it. I can't rely on a rookie in Dylan Harper to have to give me 25. I don't need Fox to have 30. Give me 15 or 18.
Shoot 40%.
Just shoot 40%.
Come on.
Please.
Shoot nothing but layups and pass the fucking ball.
We got other guys that can score that, we almost had, 10 guys on our roster, average 10?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was almost unheard of. Harrison Barnes screwed it by not playing the last few games and had 9.9 or something. We can get production from everybody, but it needs to start at the top.
Yeah.
So
it starts at the top. That's Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
That's Victor. And yes, you're not wrong about Fox. We need more from him. But if Victor is going to play like my 10-year-old son, we're not going to win.
We can blow the Knicks out in anybody, and Wemby doesn't have to have 40.
No, he doesn't have to have.
But he's got to be. He's got to be more engaged.
He's
got to be more.
bad.
Right. He just can't. He actually said that in the postgame. He's like, if I'm just okay, we win this game.
It's so refreshing to see that too. He's like, yeah, it was was bad.
He is so honest.
He really is, and I will say,
I don't expect to be that bad the rest of the series, but that's bad tonight.
I remember watching in The Last Dance, and it was the first. I forget what series it was where the Bulls. I think it was against the Lakers, the year they beat them in 5, and they were they lost at home game 1, and everybody's like, oh, the Lakers are going to win the series the same way everybody's like, the Knicks are going to win the series. They're the better team. And Michael in the documentary is like, but we went in the locker room. We're like, we didn't even play good, and we almost beat these guys. We lost by 2. And I know the Spurs lost by 10, but really it wasn't 10, right?
No.
It was we were up 1 with 150 to go, and it came down to 2 possessions right there, right? So I do think the Spurs are going to win game 2. On the Fox thing too, there were 2. He can't turn the ball over. Yeah. There were that's why he's so okay, he can only, if he has 15, that's okay, even though making $50 million a year, 15's okay,
yeah,
right?
We're asking for 15 from a guy that's making $50 million a year.
Come on.
This is insane.
It's insane. But there were 2 just atrocious turnovers. He got ripped by Josh Hart that went for a layup. And then the other one was Wemby was and it was probably a combo of both of them not being on the same page, but he's asking for the ball in the wing, and it was a half-assed back cut, and he threw it before he even went, and it was just stolen. They were both pivotal fucking turnovers, just just killed us. He can't have those. We had 13 turnovers as a team last night. It's pretty good for what we've had.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of them were like crucial like that, right? Like they can't happen. I think the Spurs, I'm sticking with my Spurs, and I'm a pessimist when it comes to the Spurs. I'm saying the Spurs win game 2. I think we're going to split in New York because I just don't think they beat us twice in New York, 2 times in a row. And then I think it's just a 3-game series. And then at that point, in a 3-game series, we're back to having home court advantage. I think it's a slight advantage of San Antonio. Now, I do agree very much with what you said, Vex, in the sense that if this comes down to the last 2 minutes of a game and we're tied, right, and that's how this series goes, then we're going to lose because we're not good enough. It goes to exactly what I've said for 2 years, and it's part of our youth. It's part of our coaching. We don't have a go-to guy late. Right? We don't have a guy. They have a guy. They have Brunson, right? Give him the ball, get Champagnie on him, whoever matchup they want with a switch, and go, right? And they did that at the end of game 1, and he hit big shots, right? We don't have that guy. We can't just give Victor the ball and say, go score 3 times in a row. He's not there yet, and he may never be that type of player, right? Fox is clearly not type of player. Maybe he was at one point, right?
I mean, yeah, he won the most the
clutch right.
player of the year,
but not now.
He's not. Yeah,
but he was right.
He's not that guy anymore.
When we first got him over here, he was, and Wemby was out with his injuries and stuff. Like he was the guy we went to.
Yeah,
because Castle wasn't developed yet. Obviously, we didn't have Harper. And he was hitting those clutch shots to keep us in those ball games with CP3 in that
right.
There. Like he was that dude.
Right.
But now this playoffs, I'm not giving the ball to Fox.
Fuck no.
Why would I? There's been nothing to show me that I trust you to give me a bucket late.
Oh.
Now, granted, we really haven't had that many close games this playoff.
No.
Close games, I'm saying coming down where, all right, Wemby, we need to get you, a bucket with, 2 seconds left.
Right.
Yeah, I get the double overtime game with
That's
OKC.
it.
That's it.
That's the only
And
game
Wemby hit a 35-footer in that game. It wasn't like anything. It was just a crazy shot.
Win games by 6.
Yeah.
They have to be ahead by 6 with 2 minutes to play.
Which goes back to
even in game 7 against OKC, Castle has 3 turnovers in the last 2 minutes.
And the only reason we hung on is because we had the buffer. We were up 11 at that point, right? It's the same thing. You talked about it. We have to be up, and it's why I felt the exact same thing that you said, which is when in the third quarter when we got up 13, and they were not making shots, the Knicks, and it was like we need to get this to 20. And we could not make a fucking shot. And we kept settling for threes. And it was like when we didn't get there and then Wemby came out and they got it back to 6, I was like, fuck. Because now that whole buffer, our whole it's a 50-50 game going to the fourth quarter.
Right. And if you get that buffer to let's say 20-25, game 1, they're like, all right.
Right.
Brunson probably didn't play the fourth quarter.
Right. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Because then you come out and you go on a 5-0 run, you get it to 25 early in the fourth. It's like, okay, we'll see you game 2.
Very possible.
Because we're trying just to steal one, right? If you're New York, we're trying to steal one. You get up 25 on them, it puts them in a giant hole that they're like, do we really want to expend that much energy trying to come back from 25 like we did against the Cavs?
Right.
And we're not the Cavs, so we wouldn't give that up. But it's like, we'll see you game 2.
They would have, and they would have done that. And I'll say this too. I already bet this. And it's how I bet the game in game 1. I bet them I bet the Spurs in the first quarter, and I bet the Spurs in the first half. And the reason why is if the Spurs are going to win the game, they're going to be up in the first half anyway. Yeah. But there are scenarios where they're up and blow it, which is exactly what happened in game 1, right? So I won all my bets in that game, pretty much. Almost every single bet I made. I bet them in the first quarter, bet them in the first half. I bet Champagnie 3's over, right? Like that. If I'm betting this game, I'm looking at -6. I'm not laying 6, but I'm laying 3.5 in the first half. I'm laying 2.5 in the first quarter. I'm going to do the same thing. I already did it. I already bet it. So that's how I would bet this game. And it's how I would bet the Spurs in general in this series. Not that I don't think that they're going to win, but I just think if they're up, if you're betting them at -6 in the game and they cover that, they're going to be up at halftime. They're not going to be down and come back. That just doesn't happen with this team very often.
At the beginning of this series, and even still now, this series has major 1996 vibes. I believe it was Houston against Orlando. Orlando was young Shaq and Nick Anderson and Penny, the upstart Orlando Magic, bunch of kids. Way ahead of schedule, getting there before anybody thought they could get there. And they get there, and they are obviously the more athletic team against Houston. They are in every single game. They could have won all 4 games, but Houston had the grown-ass men. They had the Mario Ellie. They had Kenny Smith. They had Robert
Mad
Ory.
Max was on that team.
He may have been there at that time, but that
Mad Max.
That was the gist, right? They were grown-ass NBA men, and the games were close,
Right.
and I don't think the Spurs are going to get swept like the Magic did, by the way. But it has that vibe to me, which is play the Spurs in the first half. Yeah. And then count on that older team to be able to hang with them.
Just grind them down and like stay in it, and then we go on our run because we've got a guy in Brunson that can really score every single trip down the floor.
And it feels like the other thing too that kind of goes with that is when Brunson gets hot, it feels like they feed off of that and other guys hit shots. And with us, and I think I said this when I was on y'all's show, maybe I didn't, but I've said it a million times. For some reason, Fox correlates with Wemby in terms of poor performances. When Wemby plays poorly, Fox plays worse. Like, there's no, like, pick up the guy, second best player picks up the first best player. We don't have that, right? If you just watch, when Wemby has a bad game, Fox is fucking horrible, right? It's just what happens with us. And with them, it's the opposite, right? Like, they kind of pick each other up, but especially when Brunson gets hot, they all kind of feed off of it. And so, that, again, advantage Knicks there. I will say, I'll preface this to the viewers. I know we are all rooting for us to be wrong here, right? And I am sticking with Spurs.
No. Stop it right there.
Except for the Jew to my right.
Exactly.
Okay, real quick.
Well said. This guy's been counting his fucking ticket after game one. Don't you start with that.
I got one more. Before I have one last thing.
Got his Victor Wembanyama out like an house. Sticking him in the eyes.
I got one more thing, but is anything you want to talk about other sports here before we go or no? You have anything you want to talk about?
I got really nothing.
Absolutely not. I am all
Spurs.
In.
Yeah. Okay.
All the time.
I have one special treat for y'all. You've played this one time, but this Phil's first time on the show, so he's got to play. He's got to play. This is called WNBA or not. It's our signature of the show. Okay.
And we're gonna let you guess first.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put up an image one at a time of 5 different women, and you're gonna say all you have to say is it a WNBA player or not? Right?
Are they in the league or not? Okay.
Yeah. Right. And 3 out of 5 is a win. Anything less is a loss. Okay. It's a beautiful game. It's a Dylan Leak original game.
This feels like, Chuck asked like who he played for.
That's exactly it. We kind of based it off of that, but we made it like more racy kind of, since that's the type of show we are. All right, here we go. Number 1. Is this a WNBA player or not? Yes or no? Phil has to go first.
Can we zoom in here? Let's get let's see what's going on.
I know Turner has to analyze every part of this.
I mean,
Dylan put her on a fucking fake background.
I actually didn't edit any of these. These are all straight screenshots from Instagram.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, straight screenshots from Instagram.
She's not in the league.
Not in the league. Phil says no. Turner?
That rib tattoo is always a telltale sign for those WNBA gals.
She's not a true model.
I'm gonna say she's in. I'm gonna say she's in the league.
Not a player.
Are you sticking with no?
Yeah, I do. She's definitely not a model, but I don't think she's.
That face ain't model worthy right there.
Tattoo wouldn't be either.
This is a WNBA player.
No way.
That's why I'm the best.
This is Nafisa Collier. She's actually the best player on the Minnesota Lynx. She was second in the MVP voting last year.
Beautiful.
Yep, that is a WNBA player. Okay, yep. Number two.
I think I've seen her at Scarlett's here in town. Over there on Broadway.
Jesus Christ. Okay, number 2.
It's still open.
No, Ecstasy closed, but Scarlett's is now open.
I was about to say, I remember
it's not.
How do you know this?
It's not allegedly. It's not a fully nude place anymore. They got a bar. You can get a Miller Lite.
He knows all the.
We got the one just east of downtown.
No, the one no. Yeah. When you off of 410 there, when you go to Whataburger or wherever you're passing, there's a McDonald's, a shitty McDonald's right there on Broadway. It's right there. It used to be called the Ecstasy. Now it's Scarlet.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking the other
place is open till 4. BYOB.
Yeah. Now it's 2 a.m. closed. Don't ask how I know that. I know people.
Number 2.
I know people.
Number 2. Is a WNBA player or not?
Good God.
Pregnant in the league.
Is this a WNBA player or not?
That's a big rock.
Is that yeah, it is. God.
Just keep in mind, I didn't put a lot of thought into these ones. I had screenshotted these in 20 minutes.
Come on.
Sometimes I try to trick Turner, sometimes I don't.
No, okay. I think those things are too big to be in the league.
Okay, that's a good.
I know she is pregnant, but those are too big.
She's pregnant. I wouldn't listen. The WNBA players, if anything, they're professionals. Okay, especially with this new collective bargaining agreement. This woman's not going to go get pregnant by this guy here.
No, that's the dumbest financial decision.
Not a WNBA player.
And that's a big rock. She didn't make it.
I think you're trying to fool me. I don't think that's a WNBA player.
Okay, so everybody says no.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is not a WNBA player. You got it right.
Way to go, Greg. Way to go,
That
Greg.
is Nika Ehim, a reality show, or she was on The Bachelorette apparently.
You're not putting that collective bargaining agreement on the pregnancy, dude. Come on.
Okay. Number three. Is this a WNBA player? Oops, hold on. Is this a WNBA
Phil,
player?
of course,
or not?
has the honors. Phil.
Okay, wait, hold on. WNBA player or not? Sorry, I'll zoom this in. There we go.
Oh.
WNBA player or not?
Is that Joanna Man?
The definition in the arms, I say yes.
Yes? Okay, Phil's a yes.
This is where he tries to trick you. I mean, this looks.
I've never played it. I don't know.
She looks like she could play
stick
fullback.
with your instincts.
She looks like she could play fullback for the Bears. She's an athlete. There's no doubt about that.
Mm-hmm.
But WNBA or not.
Is Turner 2 for 2 right now?
I'm too.
Yeah.
Goddamn right I am.
Fuck.
I'm gonna say yes. The definition of the arms. I mean, she's doing her
Yes,
curls.
3 S's?
Unless, okay, I don't want it to be a trick question. She's like a tennis player.
No,
Like
no.
that.
But first of all,
it needs
that's
to be,
what-
it needs to be non-athlete or athlete,
hold on,
right?
First of all, I absolutely do that.
First of all,
okay, that's not fair.
First of all, Phil, if she was a women's tennis player with my gambling past, I'd know exactly who she was, buddy. That's not a
I
women's
shit
tennis
you
player.
not. I shit you not. We sat in the game room one time,
He was
and
questioning
I
my
went.
tennis knowledge.
I went through the top 200 women's tennis players in the world,
No
and he
ball.
knew every single one's country of origin. He could tell me their fucking fiance. It was the most ridiculous
no,
thing.
No.
He'd be like, "She's from Ukraine. Her sister was arrested on DUI 2 weeks ago."
No,
Like, that's
not like
exactly
that
yes.
crazy,
It
but
was
yeah.
that crazy. It's
I
like
know-
Rain
I know-
Man with tennis. I don't get it.
I know the ins and outs.
You're all right. This is a WNBA player.
all right.
This is Ryan Howard of the Atlanta Dream.
Oh,
Ryan
yeah, I
Howard
remember.
transition?
And I said, yeah. No, I said that's got to be, I said, looking like that's got to be Dwight Howard's baby sister.
No, you did say
Wait,
that.
did she?
I
No.
don't know. Apparently, no relation.
I think it's. I don't
oh,
remember.
my God. Here we
All right,
go.
is this a WNBA player or not?
Here we go.
Oh, hell no.
No chance.
I'm trying to think if there's any. I'm not
I don't
going
know.
to.
Are there any
I'm not gonna-
Asians
well,
in the WNBA?
wait.
Maybe a
Should I
few.
not say the word I typically use?
No, you're not allowed to say that.
We can talk sides.
Okay, yes or no?
That's WNBA player. He's fooled you.
You're wrong, and it is. Y'all are
Oh,
correct.
God,
so
we're all
everybody's
tied up.
now 3 for
Son
4.
of a fucking
Yes.
bitch.
All right,
I've
good
hit-
job.
I've
Good
hit the
job.
threshold. I've hit
All
the
right,
Who is
threshold.
that?
last. Yeah, you've all won. Congratulations.
Who is that, by the way?
Oh, that is. Who was that? No, it's a soccer player. It's a Japanese soccer player.
Of course.
Yeah.
She does do other ads. Okay.
Yep. I did. I have to
Well-
because it's too hard. I have to it's hard to mix this
Listen,
up.
we can split hairs here, but I got the nickname exactly right.
Shut the fuck up.
Japanese. All right, go ahead. All right,
Okay,
here we go.
last one. Is this a WNBA player or not?
Yes.
Quick, yes.
Done. She's wearing Under Armour. I mean, and she's basically probably a guard. And
All right,
she-
Vex, what do you got?
She's probably married to a woman.
I'm with Phil.
Whoa. And I get in trouble for saying,
What's wrong with that?
I mean, my God, are we
What's wrong with
prejudiced
that?
on this show? I mean, come on, Phil.
I just say
It's a
it.
family program. All right,
I think
Vex, you
he's
got it.
90% likely correct. The odds are minus 800
This
that
is-
she's married to a woman.
This is a ball player.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll just go for the fucking win and say no. This might be a
Yes,
trick.
it is a WNBA
Yeah, I
player.
think-
You lose,
yeah,
motherfucker.
come
Let's
on.
go.
Congratulations,
That is
guys.
that is
You're
Nika.
right.
That is Nika Mule.
Yes, come in and
And
roll.
who is she married to?
Nika Mule. Yeah, I
Or
don't
who
know.
is she dating?
Yeah, she,
Nika Mule.
Nika
'Cause I want
Mule
a
or
bonus
Mule.
point. I want a
MU.
bonus
It's like a
That was-
German
he's going for-
MUHL.
He's going for a bonus point.
Nika. It's like this. It's like Nika
I
Mule
let
like
you
that.
guys have.
okay.
Yeah,
I let
yeah.
you guys have the win. Courtesy of
She's 6 feet tall. No fucking way. That's bullshit. There's
Dylan's girl Haley Van Lith is out of the league, by the way.
I
which
remember
called,
her.
Yeah,
I thought she saw it.
she's-
Wasn't that
no,
good?
she's not out of the league. She got cut.
by like 18.
No, she got cut
What
by
team was
one
she on
team
now?
and got back on another
No,
team.
She got
She
cut
got-
by the Connecticut Sun, which is the worst team. As us as a WNBA show, she got cut by the worst team in the league.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
What are there, 8 teams?
Wow.
Yeah.
You
There's
know
like
the
14 now.
standings?
12.
Oh, they did the expansion.
the
I forgot.
Yeah, they
Connecticut
did.
Sun are
There's like
been
3
the
new
worst
teams.
since like forever. Yeah.
All right.
And the only reason I know this is because this asshole loves Caitlin Clark so much.
I
have
do
to
love
listen
Caitlin
to
Clark. I'm a Caitlin Clark fan for sure.
her. Diva.
Okay, anything else? We got anything else?
That's it.
This is a fun show. Thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you.
No,
Yeah,
thanks for having us.
Yeah, come on whenever y'all want. Make sure to go listen to the Unrestricted with Vex and question marks, which will be filled in next week. Possibly Phil, possibly nickname.
Find a new nickname.
We didn't get drunk enough to figure out the nickname, but maybe tomorrow.
It's Thursday. It's early, but Friday's tomorrow's a game, and things could happen.
Tomorrow's a new day. But make sure go listen to their show, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Cheers.